following is a presentation of the Reviewing Network Sports.
We are so back, baby. Welcome to the Reviewing Network Live Sunday Night NFL Rewatch. It's our first ever preseason game special, and it's week 3 of the preseason, aka the finale, before everyone gets ready to prepare the 53-man rosters, and we get ready for real football that matters in 2 weeks' time. Of course, tonight we are covering the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills, as tonight there are several different spots on this new-look Steelers football team, as well as a new-look Buffalo Bills team, that need to take shape here. What we do know tonight is that some of the Buffalo Bills starters, mostly on defense, I believe, are going to start tonight. I don't think we're going to see Josh Allen tonight. Even if we do, it'll probably be for just a little bit here. And let me see if I can get some better lighting for you. There we go. But as far as we know, I don't think we're going to see too many of the starters for the Buffalo Bills early on. But then again, we could see some defensive starters tonight. As for the Steelers, it's very much a toss-up on a number of different levels. I've heard reports tonight that Drew Aller will probably be likely starting tonight, and then Will Howard comes in later. Will we see Mason Rudolph this evening? Maybe. Might be the last time we see him in a Steeler jersey, possible, if the Steelers decide not to go with 4 quarterbacks, but as you have probably noticed, I have been very quiet about the Steelers since the preseason started, but trust me, I've had my thoughts since the preseason began about how this team now looks under Mike McCarthy, and if you've been watching the Tomlin The Standard special, you've seen that I'm not afraid to tell the cold honest truth about this team in particular. So tonight should be very, very interesting overall. We still got about 50 minutes overall. Why did I say 45 minutes? It's 6:07, so about 50 minutes till kickoff here. So for you folks there, it'll just be in a couple of seconds. So we've got the Steelers and the Bills to wrap up the preseason tonight. Then the fun part comes for those teams. They'll try to trim down their 90. Let me speak for 1 second. Trim down their 90 player roster to 53, which will not be easy, but hey, it's got to be done. So take a little break here. We'll see you in just a couple of seconds for the start of this final preseason game of the 2026 NFL season.
Taking a live look about 3.5 hours north of Pittsburgh. This is the new Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. It's where the Steelers are about to play their final preseason game against the Bills. It'll be the final chance for players to make their case and make the cut. Bob Pompiani is handling the play-by-play tonight here on KDK and has more now on the impression 2 young quarterbacks hope to make tonight.
Good evening, everyone, from Buffalo, New York. It is the third and final preseason game for this season as the Steelers take to the road, take on the Bills in their brand spanking new stadium here at Highmark Stadium. It's $2.2 billion. Seating capacity is 60,000. People will come here tonight be interested in what the Bills do with their roster, but back home, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a lot of tough decisions to make as well. Like how many quarterbacks do they keep? We've been debating this for the last couple of weeks, but performances tonight could impact what happens there. We saw Will Howard have a really good opener, so did Drew Aller. Next week, not so much. So both these guys should get opportunities again tonight, and you might expect Aller perhaps to start. We haven't heard anything from Mike McCarthy definitively, but Aller certainly might get a better opportunity if he's playing with some better guys who are in the first or second team. How it all plays out, well, you're going to find out, because you got the best seat in the house here at KDKA TV. We have our pregame coverage beginning at 6:30, kickoff at 7, Steelers and Bills with a countdown to a roster move that has to be made 53 from 90 on Sunday at 6 p.m. So a lot on the line, a lot of great storylines. We hope you tune in. From Buffalo, New York, this is Bob Pompiani, KDK Sports.
Okay, so we're about a minute away from kickoff here on KDKA, the local CBS affiliate here, which I know what you're thinking. Why are you watching CBS? I thought you were not watching it because of this whole Stephen Colbert thing. Well, yes, it's true, but unfortunately, as of right now, this is the only way I can watch the Steeler game because it's not on NFL Network because of the local blackout rules here. So that's why I'm not watching it on there. So only for this one time, until the AFC Championship game and the playoffs, of course, That's what I've watched CBS because, that's the only way I can watch these games here. But I did want to come in and say that there has been an update on who's playing tonight and who's not playing tonight. Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, Derek Harmon, and Roman Wilson are not playing this evening. Neither is Aaron Rodgers, nor is Mason Rudolph. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. So there may be some truth to the belief that maybe, just maybe, that they are going to keep all four quarterbacks here, because we're going to see Will Howard and Drew Aller tonight. It looks like it's going to be starting with Will Howard and then Drew Howard plays the second half. So barring an injury, we may not be seeing anybody but Howard and Aller tonight. I mean, I don't even know what would happen if there was an injury in particular here. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, we're about to... by the way, Rayshon Jenkins isn't playing tonight. Neither is, of course, T.J. Watt or Cam Hayward, or Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf, who did not make the trip to Buffalo tonight, as they've been dealing with minor injuries. So that's all from Brooke Pryor. So we're about ready to kick this thing off in just a few moments. So until then, I will see you in just a little bit. All right, so they're showing the stats right now on TV. Will Howard so far this preseason, 160 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 17 out of 24 completion and attempts. Drew Aller, 21 of 36 for 58%, 263 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So as you can tell, Drew Aller definitely is the better person right now, even though Will Howard's been there for a year before them. But then again, you also got to keep in mind that Will Howard didn't play last season because of an injury. So they're both relative rookies here. So we'll see if Will Howard can, we'll see if Will Howard can redeem himself here tonight as we're about to get ready to kick this off. It looks like Pittsburgh is going to kick the ball away. It looks like Buffalo won the toss and want to receive. So we're about to get underway here. Chris Boswell back in the lineup, thank God, because their kicker, the rookie kicker they had last week, was terrible and pretty much cost them a big game, pretty much a chance to get on the board in that particular game there. But anyway, we're about to kick this off here. Chris Boswell about to kick this puppy away. 71 degrees in Buffalo. We are underway. The second year of the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch. Well, technically this is a preseason game, but we are underway as we have a run back. And it's going to be for the Buffalo 26-yard line. That's McCole Hardman, the former Kansas City Chief. So the Steeler defense will come on out. And let's see who's going to be starting for Buffalo tonight. Will it be Josh Allen for this first possession? You see Eli Heidenreich, the 7th-round pick, who may or may not be on the team soon. I hope that's not the case, because that would make his drafting kind of awkward now. But no Josh Allen, so it's good backup quarterback. We give this to Frank Gore. I don't know who the backup is, but Frank Gore gets about a yard, tackled by the former Steeler, Elandon Roberts. Welcome back. So let's see who's the quarterback right now. Trying to see if I can find that. I can't find it on here. So 2nd and 9 coming up. We're just underway here in this final preseason game of the season as we get our first look at Mike McCarthy. Of course, won a Super Bowl with the Packers, beating the Steelers, and then went to Dallas. Quarterback throwing, who's number 6 for Buffalo? I can't remember. Shane Buechele. So Buechele throws it to McCole Hardman Jr. and only gets a couple there, a pickup of about 2. Shane Buechele, I think that's how it's pronounced. So he's 1 for 1 thus far for 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. We're now at 13:53 to go in the first quarter. Tackled by Robert Spears Jennings by Hardman. It's Hardman who was tackled by him. 3rd and 7. Hardman on the move. Buechele to throw. Buechele going for a deep throw, and the catch made there. That's Trent Sherfield for a pickup of 10 yards and a first down for Buffalo. Trent Sherfield's been around the league a couple times. I don't remember if he was in Buffalo last time around. But both of these teams, new looks, new philosophies. Of course, Mike McCarthy, the new head coach of the Steelers, and why can't I remember the name of the Buffalo head coach? You replaced Sean McDermott. I'll remember in a second. 1st and 10 from the 39. Buechele throw again. Buechele throws it wide open. Way wide open. That's Jamori Macklin. for another gain of 12 yards in particular. Are we sure this isn't Josh Allen? Because it certainly looks like Josh Allen. And this looks like how the Steelers and Bills have been playing the last couple of years. Let me see. Who's the head coach for Buffalo? Joe Brady, that's who it is. Former offensive coordinator. So Buffalo on the move, already in the Steeler territory at the 49-yard line. 12:37 to go in the first. Michelle fakes it. Rolling right, fires, and just throws it away. Incomplete. Spears Jennings once again is on that one. So yeah, I have been very quiet about the Steelers so far this offseason, not gonna lie. Certainly have been very disappointed. It's been a mixed bag, but I have to realize that this is a new regime, so it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time for me to get used to this. 2nd and 10, 12:24 to go in the first. Oh, by the way, I should mention my power rankings are going to be coming up at halftime here for the preseason. I'll touch on that in just a second. 2nd and 10. Michelle again to throw. Fires it, going for number 13, incomplete. Intended for Skylar Bell on that one, so it'll be 3rd and 10. But yeah, like I said, the Reviewing Network Live NFL Power Rankings, the preseason Power Rankings, will be coming up at halftime here, and I'll also run down a complete recap of the schedule. If you didn't watch the May schedule show I did, there has been one notable change that I will touch on as well, specifically with Week 1. But again, all in good time, we'll get to that. So 3rd down and 10. Buchel's already at 24 yards, 3 of 5. Can he make it another completion to keep this drive alive for Buffalo? Have to get to the Steelers 39 to do it. Buchel to throw. Fires again, wide open. Skylar Bell. Good run there. Pick up of 17 yards. That's not Shane Bell. That's Kiliku Latu, the tight end. So another Bills first down, as they are just, again, it feels like a Steelers-Bills game in the regular season. Just left wide open there too, like wide open. So 32 at the 32 of Pittsburgh. Buffalo on the move. This is, I believe, Frank Gore Jr. for a pickup of about 3. Devin Boykin was the one who took him down there. 11:33 to go in the first quarter as we look at as KDK has shown us, the impact players. Will Howard, second NFL season. Drew Aller, rookie season. Robert Tonyan, who's been really good. He's been around a long time. Of course, played with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. And Cole Holcomb, who has been on and off this team for a couple of years now. Hopefully making his presence known to get a spot on the roster this year. 2nd and 8 from the 30. Buchel to throw again. Buchel fires again. Wide open. That is Skylar Bell again. A pickup of 15 yards on that one, and all the way to the 14 of Pittsburgh. Another first down for Buffalo. I really hope this is not the starting defensive roster, because they are doing a terrible job right now. So at the they actually are going to mark it at the 14-yard line. Frank Gore in the backfield. Frank Gore Jr., I should say. Buchel. 5 of 7 for 56 yards on this opening drive. Flip it back to Gore. And not much there. That's tackled by 96. And Landon Roberts also got to him too. Number 50. Who is 96 though? Who is 96? I don't know who 96 is for the Steelers. Show the jersey. It's moving way too fast. Okay, I'll figure it out. But again, Landon Roberts with another big play right there. So they lose a yard on that one. 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line. Buchel to throw again. Fires, and that is dropped. McCole Hardman should have had that one. Incomplete. Bobbled in his hands. It's 3rd and 11 at the 15-yard line. Buffalo in field goal range, but they want more than that. Of course, McCole Hardman won a couple of Super Bowls with Kansas City. 3rd down and 11. Knowing this, Buffalo might go for it. It is preseason. Bouchel to throw. Bouchel going for the end zone, and no one there. Threw it a little too high for Skylar Bell, with Brandon Eccles keeping him from getting too far. And are they going to bring the field goal unit out? Are they going to bring him out? Come on, now for the replay. Let's see what they're doing. Yep, field goal. 33-yard attempt. The kick, Tyler Bass, and he is good. So Buffalo with a quick 3-0 score on the board as we have 9:33 to go in the first. Buffalo with a scoring drive to get some points on the board first. 3-0. Steelers are coming up on offense when we come back. All right, everybody, we are back. Steelers offense about ready to go, and we're about to see the debut of the first-round pick for the Steelers, Max Iacior. I know I'm saying that name incorrectly. I just need to. I just need to listen in so I can get a good idea of how to pronounce the name. Because yeah, he's the first-round pick, so it's going to be something that we're going to have to get used to here for at least a couple of years. But anyway, things have been. It's been relatively quiet these last couple of months without some football on television. I'm not much of a sports person, as you probably all know. I did watch, of course, the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals, but ever since then, I didn't get into the World Cup all that much. I'm not really into the WNBA, so yeah, I've missed this. As we've had as the kick, they already cut back to the kick before we even find out what's happening, but it looks like Eli Heidenreich got it up from the 10-yard line to the 35-yard line, and that's to the 31-yard line. That's where the Steelers will start with Will Howard. Will Howard was the 4th-round pick for the Steelers last year, the national championship winner from Ohio State. Did not play last year with an injury, so this is his first real attempts overall. He had a bad game last week, so let's see if he can rebound this week. They're going to start at the 31-yard line. It looks like Lou Nichols is in the backfield. Howard in trouble, and down he goes. Gets bombarded right away. Keonta Jenkins, the linebacker from Buffalo, with a loss of 9 yards, and it's already off to a rough start for him. Yeah, the offensive line has just been brutal so far this preseason. I think that really is the biggest problem with this whole thing right now. With the preseason so far, is that the offensive line has just been terrible. So loss of 19 and loss of 9. So it's saying second and 20 on KDK, but on ESPN it's saying 2nd and 19. How does Howard rebound? Good catch there. That is Riley Nowinowski, the Indiana tight end national champion. So pick up there, brings it down to 3rd and 12. 8:46 to go in the first. Well, Howard had a bad game last week against the Jets, so you got to think he's going to rebound here if he's going to still stick around on this lineup here. 3rd and 12, got to get to the 41. And they're going to run it. And Lou Nichols gets close to a first down, but not quite there. Pick up of 9 yards, so probably going to bring out the... or they might go for it. Lou Nichols has been pretty good so far this preseason. And the punting unit's coming out. Cameron Johnston to punt this one away. So this is Ray Davis, the backup running back, waiting for the kick. And that is going to be at the... Oh, ball came out. Actually, no, he didn't. It just... Is it Pittsburgh ball? Oh, I guess it is. Let's see. Yeah, that went right through him. That is probably the easiest fumble recovery I've ever seen in my life. Is it their ball or is it still Buffalo's ball? So on ESPN it says Cameron Johnson punts it, Ray Davis muffs the catch, recovered by Brendan Eccles, and they're going to a commercial break. So why would they be going to a commercial break if it was still Pittsburgh ball? I don't know. We're going to find out in a little bit here in just a moment. But yeah, that looked like the quickest fumble recovery I've ever seen in my entire life. Apparently it was a fumble, and yeah, if what I'm reading is correct here, I don't know what's going on with ESPN, but KDKA just went to commercial break, and something happened, which hopefully they will show on here, because if they didn't, yeah, someone at KDKA should be getting fired if this is what I think just happened. But I'm reading something on ESPN about a significant thing that happened, but we will get to that hopefully by the end of this break.
Orchard Park, ladies and gentlemen, while we were gone, there was some confusion on the field between the medical staff on the field and the officials, and they continued to play, even though we were told to go to a commercial break. And while you were missing this, look at this play here about Jeremy Bernard.
Are you kidding me? They scored a touchdown and they didn't show it. Like, what? They didn't show the touchdown on KDKA. Like, it's weird because I'm looking at it on ESPN, and I was thinking that, okay, maybe this is a couple of minutes behind schedule. Maybe ESPN's ahead, so maybe they're going to wait to KDKA to show it. But no, they just said, we went to commercial break, and they scored a touchdown. So Will Howard threw a 13-yard pass to the rookie Jeremy Bernard. And, yeah, we didn't get to see it. So it's now 7-3. So yeah, that's not a good way to put. That's not a good start here. So much craziness going on right now. I had to take a phone call, and then nothing really happened for the next couple of minutes, and then all of a sudden the Steelers were up 7-3. I don't know at all, but yes, Steelers are up 7-3. So hey, definitely an improvement over last week. They scored more points last week than they did against the Jets. So there is that. Anyway, we'll stick around here for Buffalo's next drive here as Ben Skoranek looks like he's shaking up a little bit here. He was injured on the play, so it looks like they're going to take him off. Which, who knows, this might be good news for Roman Wilson because he's not playing tonight. So we got 7:03 to go here in the first. And Buffalo is going to get the ball right at the 32-yard line. It was a 27-yard return. But yeah, that is weird. I have never seen that before where they cut away from a touchdown drive. I mean, even though they went to commercial break, I mean, it's weird. Like, it's been like that all preseason long. Like, Bob Pompiani and Charlie Batch usually are very good at this, but they've missed some significant calls on the field whenever it matters the most. But anyway, here's Buffalo. This is Frank Gore. He's got an open lane. Frank Gore Jr. and gets a first down there. We got a flag down, though, so hold on. And I think it's going to be against the Steelers. Craig Wolstad. No, it's not. It's going to be against the Bills. Raja Gosnell. No, it's not really Raja Gosnell. It's S. Gosnell. I don't know who that is, but every time I see Gosnell, I think of the terrible director who gave us such classics as Home Alone 3 and the live-action Smurfs movies, which are surprisingly, which even though they are better than the animated Smurf movies, so you tell me how that works. So it's going to be a 1st and 19 now, all the way back at the 23-yard line with 6:40 to go in the first. Steelers up by 4, 7-3. Here's Buchel. That's flipped. And not very good. Actually lost 5 yards on that one. Catch made by Frank Gore. But like I said, it's a loss of 5 yards. So they are moving backwards. It's now 2nd and 24. Cole Holcomb on the tackle there. '96 isn't Dean Lowry, is it? Is Dean Lowry still on the team? This is how you know I've been so off on the Steelers as of late. 98 is Dean Lowry. I don't know who 96 is. So 3rd and 21. Buchel in trouble, fires. That's complete, but not much there. May have gained about a yard or so. That was actually second down. It's third down now. So that was only a 3-yard catch there. Carson Bruning it was probably the only good thing that happened last week in the Jets game. So 3rd and 21 coming up. Like I said, Carson Bruner was the only real good thing about the Steelers defense last week. He was the one who was really just lighting them up. 3rd and 21. Got a long way to go. Buchel going to throw. Buchel scrambling, but nothing there. Going to lose yards down that one. Sacked by Kevin Jobiti. Kevin Jobiti Jr. Syracuse play right there. So a very good drive for the Steelers defense there after the way it started off. So it's going to be a punt coming up for the Bills on offense. Jobiti. So we got Caden Weechin waiting to receive the kick. Now low kick. Wheaton's got it at the 35, trying to make a move, trying to get some lane going. He's moving backwards and going to be down at the 33-yard line. So 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first. It's actually going to be at the 34-yard line. So that's where the Steelers will go on their second offensive drive. 4:20 to go. We'll be back in just a moment. Steelers up 7-3. Okay, so here is the Jeremy Bernard touchdown from the Buffalo broadcast of this. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
But the ball coming out of the sky is tough.
Quick pass to Bernard, slips a tackle, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
It's a good run. It's a good run by Bernard. So there you go. That's how the Steelers got up 7-3. And the Guardian cap on Jeremy Bernard, he said he's going to wear that the entire season, which I think is very interesting because we don't usually see a lot of Steelers players wearing the Guardian helmet during the regular season. I know it's happened before, but it just feels weird to have like one of the big starters on offense doing that. But so anyway, that's where that is right now. Just waiting for them to get back from commercial break, which should be pretty soon. And we are back. We had another one. What is going on? So this is the second time in the last 20 minutes that we've had a mistake that we missed out on. So they had to re-punt the kick. And the Steelers actually got it in much better position at the Buffalo 28-yard line as they give this one to Lou Nichols, who's going to run it up for about 7 yards there, tackled by Geno Stone, former Bengal. But yeah, it's the second time we've had this happen in this game so far. We missed a touchdown and we missed a repunt that actually favored the Steelers, where it got them into Buffalo territory at the 28-yard line. So once again, they are in scoring position here, but will they capitalize on it? 2nd and 3 from the 21, 3:43 to go in the first. Will Howard still your quarterback? Give it to Nichols again, and Nichols should have the first down there. Lou Nichols, the second-year man. Of course, a new running back room this year. Kenneth Gainwell's now in Tampa Bay, so now you have Rico Dowdle and also the return of Jaylen Warren. Of course, Jaylen Warren's been there, so will Lou Nichols be that back? And maybe he didn't get the first down. They're going to do a virtual replay here to see where we're at here. If it's not first down, it's 3rd and inches. It's got to be 3rd and inches. Well, Charlie, you've been wrong for much of this so far. Here's the virtual measurement. First down. Okay. Hey, they got it right. A broken clock is right every once in a while. So, as we look at Mike McCarthy, everyone making a big deal about his return because he's the hometown kid. Okay. Anyway, it's from the 18-yard line. Excuse me. Nichols in the backfield with Howard. Howard to throw. Howard scrambling, finds Lou Nichols, finds a little bit of a lane. Lou Nichols has a first down inside the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. A pick up of 13 yards on that one. And certainly a much better game today for Will Howard than last week was, that's for certain. Like I said, I mean, the guy missed out most of last season because he had an injury to him that kept him out for much of the season. So I really don't think he should be cut from the team because of one bad Jets game. So 1st and goal from the 5. Jeremy Bernard down at the bottom of the screen. Howard to throw, going to go to Bernard, and he's just going to miss it. Good coverage there. That is, who is that? I think they said Keanu Bride Jr. So 2nd and goal coming up. 2:26 to... Actually, yeah, the clock stopped at 2:26. On the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. Nichols in the backfield again. They'll fake it to him. That's a catch. That's 81 and touchdown. That is Luke McCree. I think that's Luke McCree, if I'm not mistaken. Lake McCree, excuse me. Steelers' 2nd touchdown of the 1st quarter. So after a 3-0 start by Buffalo, Pittsburgh has scored 14 unanswered. With the extra point to come, of course. Lake McCree, a tight end who has been, that's interesting, too. That's interesting what they're going to do with the tight end situation, because I really don't see them getting rid of Lake McCree, because he's been so good for them so far this preseason. And, And it looks like it is good. The field goal and the touchdown. It looked like maybe the arm was down before the ball crossed the plane, but they let it go. So Lake McCree with a touchdown, and just like that, the Steelers are up 14-3 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first. So Will Howard with 2 touchdowns on this first quarter. Back with more after this. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the Reviewing Network Live Sunday Night NFL Rewatch preseason special. The Steelers up 14-3 in the first quarter. Will Howard having a pretty good first quarter, definitely much improved from last week. 4 out of 5, 38 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Steelers actually got the benefit of an unnecessary roughness call by Buffalo, so there'll be 15 yards added on to the kickoff here. So Buffalo going to get the ball here, down by 11 now, inside the brand new Highmark Stadium, which has had a lot of question marks about its building overall, which is supposed to be this $2.2 billion stadium, and yet there's areas where you can barely see the action going on. And if Mark Cabali is to be believed, there is a lot of problems for like the media and all that in this situation here. Let me see if I can actually find those tweets in particular. Mark Cabali. Yeah, it says, one of the press box elevators at Highmark Stadium isn't operational. We've been advised to head down to the locker room no later than the end of the 3rd quarter to make it in time for post-game interviews. So I'll finish this up in just a second here. 1st and 10 from the 20. 2:20 to go in the first. They'll give it to Gore. That's not Gore. That is actually Ian Wheeler at number 27 there. Pick up a 4 yards there for 2nd and 6. And then he followed it up with a retweet that says, it is physically impossible to get to the locker room without the elevator. There is no option to walk. So yeah, not a good sign for an over $2 billion stadium there. But also interestingly, it says, Mark Cabali also said, it sure seems like the Steelers' 53-man roster is also but set, pending injury tonight. So yes, read into who's sitting and who is playing. So there you go. Maybe this doesn't mean anything, but we'll see. 2nd and 7 with 1:43 to go in the first. Buchel to throw. Buchel finds a man, and that is Wheeler again, and that is about a 6-yard gain for a first down to the 30-yard line of Buffalo. That is a first down there. Should get maybe 1 or 2 more plays here before the end of the quarter. Quarter dominated by the Steelers. Takes Buchel up to 61 yards so far. Will Howard at 38. $1:15 to go in the first at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Buffalo. Give it to Wheeler again for a gain of a couple. Not much there. I still don't know who 96 is. That's Cole Holcomb, 55. So that's a pickup of 2 there for Buffalo. So we'll probably get one more play off here before the end of the quarter. 2nd and 8. Probably the final play before the quarter ends. Steelers up by 11. Michel gets immediately hit. Julius Welshoff with the sack right there. So a loss of 6 on the play. International player for the Steelers. He's been on this team for a little bit too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's new. And it looks like we are indeed going to the end of the first quarter here in Buffalo. So the Steelers are up by 14-3. Buffalo trying to get something going here, and I'll try to figure out who 96 is. I'm going to figure this out before by the time we get back here. So we're going to take a little break here, and I found the name, Gabriel Rubio. He's a rookie, so there you go. You don't need to wait for the commercial break, but we're going to take a commercial break anyway. Not really a commercial break, but we're just going to come right back in just a moment here. Steelers up 14-3 as we begin quarter number 2 in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch preseason special. About to start the second quarter here. And yes, Gabriel Rubio was number 96, the 6th-round pick for the Steelers this year from Notre Dame. Pick number 210. So we don't know. Is probably going to make the roster here, we would think, but we'll definitely see as we go along here. So as I said, start of the second quarter, Bills down by 11. They have a 3rd and 14 right now, so they have a long way to go to get the first down. So we begin this second quarter here. Steelers up 14-3. From the 26 of Buffalo. Michel going to throw. He's got the catch. That's Skylar Bell, and Bell's not going to get much, about 7 yards. So it'll be another 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills, tackled by Boykin. So let's see. Boykin, not Brandon Boykin. He used to play on the Steelers a long time ago. So Devin Boykin, there we go. I'm just going to keep the Wikipedia page on here so I know who's playing here. So I've been waiting a long time to announce these names here. Caden Weechin waiting in the backfield. Wisniewski to punt it away. And Weechin's going to get a chance to try to run it, but not going to get much. A negative return there takes them down to about the 18-yard line. So it looks like Will Howard will more than likely get another shot at it here. As I mentioned, no Aaron Rodgers, no Mason Rudolph tonight. And like I said, there's a possibility that all 4 quarterbacks on the roster now will be there on the roster when opening day happens, when they go up against Atlanta at home. That's a bummer. I'm going to miss that game because that was one I was actually kind of looking forward to seeing. We don't get home openers very often here. All right, so what does Will Howard do for an encore here? He's got 2 touchdowns on the night. Howard looking for Wisniewski, but for Nowakowski, but he's way off of that. Wisniewski, where did that come from? Riley Nowakowski, of course, the former Indiana tight end who was with the national championship team this past year. So that's an incomplete pass there. 2nd and 10 coming up. Parker was the one that got in his way. So 2nd and 10 as we are at 14:08 in the second quarter. Howard again, and that one is going to be well short. Brandon Smith was the receiver of that one, but they had nothing there. Tackled by Igbenison. And I think he was shaken up on that one too. So 3rd down and 10. 13:33 to go. Smith up at the top of the screen. Jeremy Bernard at the bottom there. Howard to throw. Howard fires. That's complete. That is Max Herman, the running back, with the catch for pick up of 12 yards and a first down there. Tackled by DeMar Hamlin, the former Pitt Panther. Missed a play there. Travis Homer was the intended receiver on that one. Will Howard took a beating on that one. But it's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up from the 30-yard line. Travis Homer, of course, was on the Seattle Seahawks a couple of years back. 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Homer again. This time he'll pick up about half of the yards, 5 yards there. So 3rd down coming up. Like I said before, rebranded running back room for the 2nd year in a row. Remember, Najee Harris is no longer there. He's now a New York Giant after a year with Los Angeles, the Chargers. So now it's Jaylen Warren, Rico Dowdle. Caleb Johnson's not in here, so take that for what you will. Of course, Lou Nichols and Travis Homer. 3rd and 5. 12-13 to go in the 2nd. Play clock to 6. Howard to throw. He fires, and that is intercepted. And that's DeMar Hamlin with the pickoff. Like, why is DeMar Hamlin even playing it? I mean, after what happened to him, he should always be considered a starter. But that's a tough break for Will Howard there. So 3 interceptions for Will Howard in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, that one's on him, man. Like, you threw that right into the hands of Hamlin. So, anyway, Buffalo going to get some nice field position at the 50-yard line. We'll see what they can do with it when we come back in just a moment. All right, everybody, welcome back. DeMar Hamlin just picked off Will Howard. And like I said, this was a throw that Will Howard should not have made. I mean, look at where DeMar Hamlin is, and then look where Lake McCree was. Like, that was just... That's on Will Howard, so you got to blame him for that. But again, why is DeMar Hamlin still being somebody that's considered somebody that's probably not going to be on this team? Like, after what happened to him, anyway, 1st down there, Frank Gore from the 10-yard line. After what happened to him a couple years ago, that should be at least a guarantee that he's on there through his initial contract. I don't know. That's my thinking behind that overall, but. Frank Gore with a nice run on the field, and he thinks potentially the tides are beginning to change in this one. Steelers dominated that first quarter, but could Buffalo turn the tide in this one here? Now at the 39-yard line. Skylar Bell moving around to the top of the screen. Frank Gore still in the backfield. Give it to him. And this time they're able to stop him on that one. Brandon Eccles with the stop there. Pick up of about 1 yard. With about 11:11 to go in the second quarter. This is, of course, the final week of the preseason, as all the teams are getting ready for the regular season to start, which starts 2 weeks from yesterday, with a Wednesday night game, New England and Seattle, the Super Bowl rematch in Seattle for the opener, and then Thursday night they're going to be in Melbourne, Australia. The 49ers and the Rams are. 2nd and 9 here. Give it to Gore again. Nice move up the lane there. Gore gets a pickup of about... Well, we got a flag down, so we'll see if this even counts.
This is one here. It's thrown pretty early. From 2 different angles, too. Yes.
Let's see what this is about. And the BS begins. Izezi Otomuwo. Well, that is called for the face mask there, so it's going to put the Bills into Steeler territory at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 there, but like I was saying, Wednesday, New England, Seattle to kick off the season. Then Thursday, the Melbourne, Australia game, the 49ers and the Rams. Sunday night, Dallas and New York. And then Monday night, of course, Denver and Kansas City are the big primetime games. So a new set of downs for Buffalo at the 19-yard line. Uchel to throw, fires, and that is too high for Shane Zylstra, the tight end. He had an open lane there to possibly get into the end zone. Yeah, had a chance of that one. Just couldn't get his hands to close at the right time.
Tough window to get into. He zipped it along, but it was right behind him.
And there's... Dalen Everett, number 23, the rookie. 2nd and 10 on the 19-yard line. Buchel to throw again. He'll find Gore again. And has a lane. First down. And down at the 1, I think. Pickup of 8. Pickup of 9. Yeah, 8. Is it 18 or 19? 18. Yeah, got past Carson Bruner on that one. First and goal at the 1. Well, he might have gotten in. Might not even matter at this point. First and goal at the 1 for Buffalo. They'll give it to him and got it. Touchdown, Buffalo. So Buffalo gets into the end zone, catches it on the interception, and we've got a ball game again. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, he's in. Yep. No doubt about that one. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a ball game now. Extra point to come to make it a 4-point game. Tyler Bass to kick the extra point, which he does. So there we go. Like I said, we have got ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 14-10 Steelers with the lead, but here comes Buffalo. 9:19 to go. We're back after this. You're watching the Reviewing Network Live Sunday Night NFL Rewatch Preseason Special. Bonjour, my friends. Welcome back to the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch. Why am I doing that? Well, because they're promoting the Steelers going to Paris in, I think, October, when they're going to play the New Orleans Saints in what would be a Saints home game. So, for the second year in a row, the Steelers are going overseas, and looking forward to seeing that game in particular. But right now, the Steelers, their lead has been cut down to 4 points. So, 14-10, Steelers up. They're going to try to get something going here on this drive here with not much there. That is Caden Weechin. And has not had a lot of luck getting going here on special teams, but let's see what the flag is about. $9:13 to go here in the first, and it's going to be against the Steelers. First half, I should say. That's Devin Boykin who causes the penalty there. So Pittsburgh's going to move back to the 20-yard line. Take a look and see some other scores from around the league here. We got some preseason games going on right now. Actually, we don't. Not for at least another minute, because the Patriots and Browns game's on Prime Video, then 49ers and Raiders on ESPN Unlimited, and then the Rams and Chargers at 10 on NFL Network. So we got a little bit of time there. How does Will Howard respond after that interception? Start with a run for Nichols. That's not going to do much. Get him about a yard. Zane Durant on the tackle there. 50 yards for Will Howard thus far. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Lou Nichols, running back, at 20 rushing yards. Jeremy Bernard, 13 yards with a 1 touchdown. Shane Buechele, 86 passing yards, 10 of 15. Frank Gore Jr., 19 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Skylar Bell, 23 yards. 2nd and 9 with 8:40 to go. And make it now a 2nd and 14. That's Riley Nowakowski. Like I said, the luck is beginning to turn for the Steelers in this one. By the way, we are almost done with Tomlin. The Standard is the Standard. We got part 19 coming up on the Reviewing Network YouTube channel on the Reviewing Network tomorrow, and then Part 20 will be here on the Reviewing Network Live next Friday. So I hope you will join me for those. 2nd and 15 from the 14-yard line. Howard fires. Somehow that's complete to Hurlman. I mean, that could have been disastrous right there, but that's a good catch there by Hurlman. I was going to say, do we have a flag? Nope, 13 yards on that one. Dunbar was the tackler on that one, but good job on Hurlman to get that one there. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 from the 29-yard line. Can the Steelers keep this drive going? KDK is saying 3rd and 2, but ESPN is saying it's 3rd and 1. Howard, doesn't matter, 1st down. That's Brandon Smith on that one with the second catch of the game, his first catch. Second attempt of the game, first catch. No, he had 2, because the one I remember it was a 0-yard catch. So on the move again, halfway through the second quarter here. A reminder, coming up at halftime, you're going to see my first look at the preseason power rankings. As I mentioned before, we are going to have the week 1. Oh, we got a flag. Hold on. Substitution. Okay, so no flags. But like I said, the preseason power rankings are going to be revealed at halftime, and like I said, because I'm going away the week the season starts, I'm going to do the Sunday Night NFL, the NFL Network season premiere next Wednesday with my Week 1 predictions. This Wednesday coming up, I should say, not the next Wednesday. This Wednesday coming up. I have a lot of stuff I got to do. I got to do that. I got the TV awards I'm doing for September 12th, and then I'm doing September as I'm speaking, as of right now. So. Busy times here at the Reviewing Network Studios, as we've got a pitch and catch to Lou Nichols, which will be not much, but pick up a 3 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 36 with 6:45 to go in the second quarter. Well, Howard now up to 67 yards on the day so far with the 2 touchdowns and the 1 interception. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning here until 8:30. 2nd down and 7, excuse me. Howard to throw. Howard fires, trying to go for a deep ball down the field to Brandon Smith. It's not there. Incomplete. Coverage by Igbenogson on that one. So it'll be 6:17 to go. 3rd down and 7 from the 36. That's Wallen, actually. That was preventing them from getting going. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning for Allegheny and Washington until 8:30. So you might hear some thunder as we're doing this. 3rd down and 7. And they keep it going. Howard scrambling. Howard directing traffic. Howard's got to hurry. Howard's got to really hurry, and he's not going to get anything. Sacked by Federian Mathis. And that is a quick end to that drive for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Loss of 5 yards on that one, so Buffalo's going to get it back on offense. Lucky he didn't get hurt on that one. Cameron Johnson to punt this one away. Ray Davis back again. Davis back at his own 10. It's away from one tackler, but not the other one. And that is number 46. That is Christian Kuhn. The punter. The long snapper, excuse me, not the punter. So 5:25 to go. Buffalo having the momentum here in the second quarter. Will that continue on this drive here? Shane Buechele and his crew going to get a chance again. We'll see if they can do anything in just a moment. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a second. All right, everybody, we are back. Buffalo about to get the ball back on offense here. They had the ball back, honestly, but Well, like I said, we have a pretty busy time here at the Reviewing Network Studios. We are finishing up on is Tomlin the Standard still has to come out. I am in the process of working on the September reviews. I already have about 18 episodes filmed. Still got about 12 more to go. So hopefully by the end of next week, I'll be able to get every one of those episodes completed. So, and of course, like I said, the Reviewing Network TV Awards is going forward here in a couple weeks. So I got to record that at some point over the next week. Anyway, back to the game here. From the 22-yard line. Buchel fakes the carry, gonna throw, going for a deep shot down the field, and it is not there. Buffalo wants a flag, they ain't gonna get it. Dante Pettis, tackled by Webster Slaughter. What's he doing here? They resurrected Webster Slaughter. No, it's a Donico Slaughter. Is he related to Webster Slaughter? No, of course not. Webster Slaughter, of course, by the way, is from the days before I even knew what the NFL was. I mean, he was a football player way back in the day, of course, for the Cleveland. Of course, was the wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns. Anyway, 2nd and 10. And that is to Wheeler, and nothing there. We're coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So 3rd down and 10 coming up. Landon Roberts once again on the tackle there. They brought him back after a couple years away. He was with the Miami Dolphins. He was with the Raiders more recently last year, but then came back. Now under 5 minutes to go. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Frank Gore in the backfield with Buchel. Buchel a throw. Gives it to number 80. That is... Who is that? Who's number 80 for Buffalo? That is Max Tomczak. Gain of 6 yards on that one. Of course, Mike Tomczak. I'm pretty sure he's not related. Well, they are related. It's his uncle. Interesting. The more you know. Thank God for Wikipedia, I guess. So it's going to be it's going to be a 3 and out for Buffalo. Mitch Wisniewski waiting to punt it away. Under 4 minutes to go. Steelers will get the ball to start the second half. This is Weechen again. Can he have a chance to run it back? Does not look like it. Gets up to about the 22-yard line. 3:44 to go. Of course, you got your Steelers fans there because it's not really that much of a drive away from Buffalo, honestly. It's about, about 3-4 hours drive? They're in a commercial break right now, so I can check on Google here. How long from Pittsburgh to Buffalo? About 3 hours. 3 hours, 18 minutes. This route includes a highway tolls. For a train, it's 15 hours and 41 minutes. Buses, 7 hours, 5 minutes. How does that work? Why would I want to take the train or the bus if I could just go into... Well, then again, you got to make bus stops and train stops too, so maybe that's why it makes sense. 3 hours is just like a straight drive up there, But anyway, Steelers get the ball back here. Will Howard, probably his last drive here of the preseason. So we'll wait to see what happens here as they're getting ready to do... Maybe they're not going to do interviews here. That was not Mitch Wisniewski punting the ball, by the way, for Buffalo. It was actually Tommy Doman Jr. who did that. I want to give you the facts here, people. Looks like the other two games in the 8 o'clock window are getting underway. No scores in either one of them yet. Like I said, this could be the last time we see Will Howard in the preseason, and probably not again until next season. If what we are to believe is true, or Drew Aller doesn't have an injury in the second half, I should say. Got to look at Highmark Stadium there, which is it just me, or do all the new stadium designs that have been coming out look exactly the same? Like, you saw the Kansas City one, you saw the one that they were doing for Chicago and Denver, and all I can think to myself is, it's literally the same stadium design. Like, it's just like I don't get it. Like, are they just hiring the same person to just do the same design over and over again? Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but it just feels like they're doing the same stadium design for every new stadium out there. But anyway, Mike McCarthy on the screen. His first year with the Steelers. 3:44 to go here in the second. About a minute and 44 away from the 2-minute warning. They'll give this one to Travis Homer, and Homer will get some good yardage there. Pick up a 6 yards. Pushed out of bounds by Keontae Jenkins. So it'll be 2nd and 4 coming up. Does stop the clock at 3:38, so that's good for the Steelers and good for the Bills too. Checking the scores up at the top here for Week 3. No score yet in the Cleveland-New England game, nor the Las Vegas-San Francisco game. Cleveland, oh my God! Like, we'll wait after the 2-minute warning to cover that, because that's a whole other story altogether. Howard to throw or not, gets sacked again. Andre Jones Jr. So a loss there of 8 yards, and the offensive line has just been awful so far this game. Oh my God. So now it's 3rd and 12. They might not even make it to the 2-minute warning before Buffalo gets the ball back. Excuse me. There's the big man, Jennings Dunker, number 73. 3rd and 12. Howard lets it go, and that's complete. That's to Homer, and not much there. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard gain. So, all right, so it looks like Buffalo's not going to take a timeout. We might be going straight to the 2-minute warning at this point. And we are indeed going to the 2-minute warning in this one, with Buffalo getting ready to get the ball back to maybe potentially make it a 1-point game, or maybe take the lead. 2-minute warning, and we'll be back in just a moment, so stick with us. Both the home teams have scored in the other 2 8 o'clock games. Cleveland scored a touchdown. It was actually Dylan Gabriel who threw the touchdown. I don't know who in particular, because I'm not paying attention to the Amazon game, but it's 7-0 there. Cleveland with the lead there. Las Vegas kicked a field goal. It's 3-0. And speaking of Cleveland, oh my God, what a week they've had. I mean, the fact that they went with Deshaun Watson for the starting quarterback again, this is the most unserious football team in the world. Like, seriously, it really does feel like their biggest accomplishment is when they beat the Steelers or they beat the Ravens. Any other time, anything else, it doesn't matter to them. It makes no sense at all. Shedeur Sanders is somebody that, Haslam clearly wanted more than anybody else, and now it's just no, we're gonna go stick with the guy who everyone hates. It's just but it makes no sense at all. I thought we were getting rid of him at this point, at Deshaun Watson, but nope. Got to let that contract stick out there. Just stupidness. I don't even know if that's a word or not, but stupid. Anyway, that's my rant right there about the Cleveland Browns, and I'm pissed off about it mostly because the Steelers play the Browns in prime time in a couple weeks on Thursday night. And I just know what's going to happen in that game. Steelers will be favored, but no, Cleveland will win that one. Will Howard there, talking to, I think, one of the medical people. I think that might be Dr. James Bradley. So the Steelers about to punch it away. Buffalo's got 2 minutes to make it a 1-point game or take the lead. Bouncer, and not much there for McCole Hardman. Deshaun Jameson on the tackle there. So Buffalo with all 3 timeouts, 1:50 to go. Hopefully to get some points here. Like I said, coming up at halftime, the preseason power rankings and a rundown of the schedule for the 2026 season for the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch. Starting at the 25-yard line. Skylar Bell moving to the bottom of the screen. Buchel to throw. Fires. That's caught. That is to Bell for pickup of 5 yards there. 1:41, and the clock continues to move. Carson Bruner on the tackle. Trying to move quickly. Buchel to throw again. And again, the completion there to Bell. That's time for 7 yards. That puts Buchel over 100 yards on the night. Once again, on the move, not wasting those timeouts. From the 37-yard line. Buchel. Pass there. That's Zylstra. Staying Zylstra with a couple of yards. 4 on that one. 2nd and 6. Now under a minute to go here in the second. Not using those timeouts. Wait until they get closer. Buchel again. Lets it go. Incomplete. That time intended for Zylstra, and that will stop the clock at 45 seconds. Buchel is 14 of 21 for 108 yards. Will Howard, 9 of 14 for 69 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for him. Checking the scoreboards up at the top. Nothing changes up there. Cleveland 7-0 over New England. Las Vegas 3-0 over San Francisco. 3rd and 6. Buchel fires, and that is incomplete. That one intended for Quentin Skinner. So the Steelers will get the ball back with 42 seconds, and they have all 3 of their timeouts too. So there is a possibility the Steelers could extend this lead, possibly. But Will Howard will get another shot at it, assuming nothing bad happens on the kickoff. Caden Weechin waiting to receive the punt from... I forgot the name of the rookie punter for the Buffalo Bills. But it's not Wisniewski. Play clock to 2. Gets it off. Punts this away. And that's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Tommy Doman's the name. So not a good start for the Steelers on this last drive of the first half. Have to go down at least 90 yards to get the points, to get a touchdown at least. So now it's 35 seconds left. All 3 timeouts. Not the most precarious spot for the Steelers right now. From the 10-yard line, a long way to go. Howard to throw. It's got a lot of time. Fires it. That's complete. That is McCree, and how the heck did you not get it out of bounds there? We got a flag down. That's Ian Achor. Ahanachor. Okay, thank you, Bob Pompiani. So that's going to make it even tougher now. Now you have to go 95 yards down the field. I mean, honestly, at this point, they should just go ahead and just run the ball 3 times. Just go to halftime already. You're going to get the ball to start the second half, so you can just start from scratch there. So now it's 1st and 15, and a long way to go with 28 seconds.
So once again, right tackle is going to be one of those positions that...
From the 5-yard line, 1st and 15. And they're going to run it. Nichols gets some of that yardage back, pick up of 11 yards. Timeout Steelers. 21 seconds to go. Still got a long way to go, but New England just scored a touchdown. It's now 7-7 with 8:20 to go in the first there in that game on Prime Video. 2nd and 4 coming up. I have to get to the 20 for the first down. Got a long way to go, though. Howard in the back on his own. Howard to throw. Howard with time. Now he's losing that time. Got to be careful there. Incomplete. Lucky he didn't get sacked in the end zone. That's Michael Dana who tackled in there. So now it's 14 seconds left. And like I said, at this point, you should just go ahead and just go take a knee and just go to the... Or you can't take a knee. Just run the ball out and then just go to the locker room at this point. That is Michael Dana, right? Number 51. Mike Dana. Mike is close. 3rd and 4. And they're going to run it with Nichols, and Nichols will get a first down. And that's it. So they did what I said. Go to the half with a 4-point lead and then come back with the ball to start the second half. All right, so there we go. Will Howard, 69 passing yards in this game, 40 rushing yards for Lou Nichols. Max Hurlman, 25 receiving yards. And Shane Buechele, 108 yards, 14 to 22. Frank Gore Jr., 8 carries, 19 yards, 1 touchdown. Skylar Bell, 35 yards. And that is what we are at the end of the first half. So, got 12 minutes to go here, but for you folks out there, it'll just be a little bit shorter than that. But we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and then we'll do the Reviewing Network Live Sunday Night NFL Rewatch preseason halftime report in just a moment.